Hello, welcome back to the second half of our distraction today. I hope this isn't being cut off on someone's feeds. I'm still trying to find the right balance of planning and time. And anyway, fantastic to have you guys back. And after further thought, I believe at the end of our last session, I had talked about how I'd be happy to go be a backup dancer if Arcadia went on the road. I think I'm going to reconsider that. Nobody needs to see me shake anything, ever. It would not help Arcadia, it wouldn't help the state of the world, and it's just something that nobody can unsee. So I'm going to just retract my offer to Simon, Nick, and Roger. If you ever do go on the road as Arcadia, don't worry about contacting me. No problem. I wish you all the best. There's no wriggling that needs to be done. So, all my best to you. Okay, we're going to dive into quickly, and not quick enough, to a new book. This will be volume 63, and this is going to take an around-the-world look at Duran's career. Love going around the world, all the international articles. Hopefully I can name the languages right, and if not, I'm going to throw myself at your mercies and just send you love. And hopefully you can look past my missteps. Here we go. Around the world with Duran. Let's roll back the years. Oh, another distraction, baby! Okay, we're going to start off with a great picture from Michael Putland, used for a Spanish article. Yeah, and this is a way to start off any article, any feature, having the band look like that. Brando, oh, by the way, nobody needs to see me in high heels and a skirt. You had suggested, like, what would you? Nobody, no, I don't look all that great. Okay, so just contrary to what you might think. Okay, here we have, I so need to get off this topic or Christine will actually kick me to the curb. This is a great Japanese article with some spectacular shots from 1981. Look at that. Nick had really blonde hair, and Nick had John could make any ruffles look good. From the Rum Runner days, oh, great shots. Wait to get a load of this. We've talked about how awesome Japan is. Oh, this is a perfect example. Love these. Look at this. The lipstick on these men just work. It's a weird sentence to say, but I'm just going to put it out there. Danielle is joining us, and Branduin's here. Branduin's referencing MASH, a Klinger vibe. Is it Colonel Klinger? I don't know. It's on the MASH show. I don't know. It's good reference, Branduin. Moving on. This is some good on-stage shots from 1981. You don't see those too often. And once again, I'm just thinking about all those fans in the UK who caught them in action way back when, before they made their name. That must have been amazing. I just love hearing those memories. This is a great feature from a Japanese magazine. It's titled All About Duran, and that's about the only part that I can read. This is by Kim Yamakoto. And and a London correspondent. Great pictures. Good picture, John. It's a good shot of Duran in New York, posing with at a phone booth, and Nick is on the phone, probably talking to some young thing. I don't know if this might be hard to read, or hard to see. This is a shot of the band sitting around a table at the Rum Runner, and then here's Simon shaking his moneymaker on stage. Oh man, the filter is on a particularly off day today. You can see. There we go. Yeah, good shot, Simon. This is, I'm expecting biographical information for each member. Not a whole lot of photos, but it certainly is. It's fun, you know. Japanese articles, they're long and they're full of information and pictures. Really exciting to find. This looks like a little spotlight on the Aston Villa. No, when they played for Princess Diana, I believe. And there's Dire Straits below. And this is a fun feature where they've taken photos of pop stars at the time. And yeah, Danielle is like, booty! I'm like, yes! And that topic has gotten me into enough trouble already in this distraction, so I'm just not even going to go there. Jesse is here, Jesse Tschäfer, I think. I hope I got your last name right. Okay, so we got pop stars at the time cut out and transplanted into photos. You'll see what I'm talking about. This is John Oates from Hall & Oates, and I'm not sure what it's saying. I'm pretty sure it's humorous in nature. You can see he's been kind of placed into some weird context. And here we have Simon in a subway. That's pretty funny. I'm going to go close up on this. Very funny features in Japanese magazines sometimes. This is a German article from Rock Express, I think. Good 83 pictures, many of which we recognize. That's the kind of the fun thing, is we've seen so many photo sessions of the band over the years. We can pick a Duran session from like 200 miles away. It's like, oh, yep, that's the one with the Coke can and the red shirt. And I mean, it's just, it's remarkable. It's one of the little unspoken bonds that, we all share as members of this tribe. You know, we can recognize photo sessions from a mile away, just the first 3 notes of a Duran tune. How many times have you been in a supermarket and a Duran Duran song comes on and there's just no way you can leave until the song is over? It's just kind of like a cardinal rule, right? Yeah, you with me? Colin McLeod from Canada is here. Big Cyndi Lauper fan. I definitely am looking for material for you. Impeccable taste in music icons. Okay, love these shots. I'm going to linger on these. These are 81 photos. This is a German article. And wait till you see these photos. Oh, gorgeous, actual live shots. Whole bunch of them. Really captures the energy of the crowd. There's someone dressed up as Steve Strange here. There's the New Romantic crowd. They're just, what a time. What a time. And the band were just, I don't know, introducing their sound to a whole new audience. This is a Greek article with multiple celebrities, and Simon is saying something probably love related, probably relationship related, because there's kiss marks. Great shot of Nick. Love this shot of Nick. This is from the session where they were all by the pool. Andy Taylor wasn't present, but the other band members were posing on a diving board. Really, really fun session you might recognize. I'm pretty sure it's from 1982. And then the inset is from 81, where there's partying backstage or something in London, I'm sure. Great shot of John, the old Nick at his Interference book signing. Very fun. Oh, and then John's wearing the Oshima Gang shirt. I read that that is actually the name of, I think, a TV show in Japan. So there were a lot of fans looking that up to try to find one for themselves. The Oshima Gang. I remember him wearing that all the time. This is a German feature. Has a little bit of a quiz, it looks like. And a whole lot of Duranie merchandise piled into this photo. So you'll probably be able to pick out the ones that you used to have. So Lot Book of Words, Duran Live by Philip Kamen and Goddard. Limited edition magazines. Those were so fun. They had, do you remember the advertisements in the limited edition magazines? They had umbrellas. They had scarves and shirts and wallet photos, things you could carry around in your pocket, like a whole bunch of like little candid photos of the band. None of it, of course, ever made it onto American shores, but they had such cool merchandise. There was one picture of a fan that was reclining in her bedroom, and her walls were just completely covered with what looked like Duran wallpaper. Yeah, I pined after that for quite a while, but never found it. What's coming next is, this is kind of backward. Maybe I'll start from the very beginning. That's a good thought. Okay, so this is a magazine called Blow Up. A little more, one of the little more uncommon photos that you can stumble upon if you're lucky from Japan. Great shot of John on the front. And oh yeah, and there's an ad for Rio on the opposite side. And then this article inside Blow Up. Oh, it's beautiful. Here's this is so funny. John and the whole band were walking in some kind of Japanese garden at the time, and but the photo session incorporated a puppy at one point. So cute. So here's a picture of John with a puppy. He's throwing his head back in the cutest laugh ever, and Andy and Roger and Nick are there, and then of course you have John on the other side. Oh, fantastic. Really, really adorable. And here's more shots of them hanging out at this Japanese garden. Great photo shoot. I believe Ko Hasib was the photographer, prominent rock photographer. He's produced some amazing shots. 1982. Fabulous. Just fabulous. Okay, another Japanese article using a photo that we've seen before, backstage on the '84 tour. Melissa Kipp! Hello, Melissa! Okay, so they're posing with a stuffed tiger. Who does that? And then there's a big article, part 1, and it talks with Nick Rhodes. Oh, that great shot. That's a good shot. You don't often see John with a smile in this photo. Usually he either has his mouth open or they're serious. But yeah, of course, whenever he smiles, it's like everything melts within a 5-mile radius. Some nice shots from a continuation of this article. It's hard to see some of these as they get smaller. And John and Simon at the airport. John's wearing that Oshima Gang shirt. And then, of course, you have the lyrics to Rio. And on the right side, they are in Greek. That's really kind of fun to see a Duran classic in another language. From Madchen magazine, I believe that is German. Great shots of Simon with Claire. I refuse to get drawn into another mane versus mullet discussion with Teresa. So Teresa, if you're watching, we're just going to table this, okay? We need to give the poor people out there a break. But, you know what it really is. It's a mane, not a mullet. Okay, anyway, Japanese feature showing the band out and about on the town with their significant others, which is really fun. This is titled Every Man Needs a Woman. Yeah. Wow. Their love lives, they were on everybody's minds back then. Taking in the sights, going on about town, late night parties. There's John with Janine, and Roger with Giovanna, Nick with Julianne, Simon with Yaz. Here's a few more social pictures, them being social. John is hanging out with Steve Norman from Frankie, and Simon's with Yasmin below here, and then John here is with Tony Hadley and Alana Curry from the Thompson twins. All right, now we're going to go from Japan all the way to Italy. Hello, Jen Walker's here. You totally made it in time. We are right into 84, and you're perfectly in time to catch an Italian article. And there's the scapula shot that we all know and love. This is called I primi della classe. Oh, why do I even try to pronounce this stuff? But anyway, this is an Italian feature. I'm sure it contains some salacious bits on the band. This is another magazine, Eva Express, Italian as well. I believe this is comparing Duran Duran to the Beatles. I can understand why. It's a good shot of Duran on the rooftop there. There is Simon with Ron Wood. I believe that was taken at the Hard Rock Cafe. They're discussing something, and then John is, of course, arriving for the Green Street press conference. We've all seen the pictures from that one. I don't believe Andy was present for that photo session. And then Pop Rocky. Another German magazine. Oh, Simon on the beach. That's what this whole session needed. I knew it was missing something. A shot of Simon posing on the beach. And by the way, when I've laid down on the sand, it doesn't even carry the same feel. I don't know what it is. I'm doing the exact same position, but it doesn't look like this. His future's so bright, he has to wear shades. Great shot. And then we go from Simon to John. This is hair. This is like epic, epic, monstrously awesome hair right here. I do what I do. He does what he does. Fantastic. This is a cool Japanese feature showing Simon and Yasmin with, I'm not sure who, but they're in France. Epic hair. Absolutely epic hair, Jen Walker. I've done a little research into what I would need to do to get my hair looking like they did back in the day, and it would probably be cheaper and easier to just simply get a new face, because the hair is I would have to whiten it and straighten it, and it would be a traffic accident. So it's best left on their heads. Okay, this is a feature from Italy. Great spotlight on Simon. There's a very cute picture of Simon with his brother. So adorable. And as you can tell, we're moving into the Notorious years. Moving right along. And then, of course, I'm not going to leave out you Andy girls. I mean, come on. We've got Andy Taylor in an Italian article. He is smoking, unfortunately. Bad habit. But he does have the hair and the rock star swagger. Very cool. Here we have more of the article. Here he is with Steve Jones from the Sex Pistols. And then there's a great cute picture of Andy with Tracy, probably walking in an airport, it looks like. It's so good to see you guys. Sergio Lazaro is here. Hello, welcome to the party. Sergio, what country is that from? Sounds Italian? Very exotic. Duran with Bowie. Oh, how to make a photo session better. Once you have Duran, you either get a puppy or put Bowie into it. Either one works great. This one particularly went with Bowie. And yeah, the results are fabulous. And then on the other side you have Hit Krant. Very popular magazine, Dutch, I believe. Look at these shots from 1988, 1989, around that era. Great shots. This is when Duran were once again tinkering with their image. They never ever wanted to stand in the same spot twice. Okay, this is more of a spotlight on Duran and Bowie, and it might be a review. Not quite sure, but it's glorious, it's Italian, it's Duran Duran. And Ciao, 2001. Wonderful, wonderful publication in Italy. Always has amazing features and glorious pics like this. Oh, we are back, just stepping back a little bit into 87. The stage outfits, it really, it's awesome. Awesome, look at that. The vests, I mean, the band looked in great shape. Simon he was fitting into these ripped jeans back then. I mean, they were just in shape. Every outfit, the stage outfits, this presence, the set list, everything was so polished, carefully calculated, strategic performance. Wonderful, wonderful. And the outfits, look at these. That was so fun. I remember when I saw them in 87 in Vancouver. And the very first song was View to a Kill, and it started out with that heartbeat. I mean, it wasn't that, not an accurate recreation there. But it was enough to just raise everybody's blood pressure all across the entire stadium. We were all holding our collective breath, and it was just it's the anticipation of the band appearing. Nothing like it. This is a spotlight on a festival, I believe, in Italy. Has a great picture of Simon, and anything is made better with a picture of Simon, so mission accomplished there. Nice feature on the Notorious album. Seen that before. I remember seeing the cover of the Notorious album. I'm like, what? Holy cow, that is so not the Duran I recognize. That was really, it was strange and cool and exciting, and it's like, and then just like, you just listen to one track after the other, and it it changes your perception, you know? We were just rediscovering our favorite band, those Notorious years. And then, of course, on the other end of the spectrum, we have Andy Taylor branching out on his own. Italy was certainly covering every aspect of that. He was fully embracing his rockin' side, all the energy. Heidi Duranie St. Arnold is here. Hello, Heidi. Okay, another German article. More wonderful shots from the Notorious tour. Love it. Love that jacket on Simon, the eagle jacket. That's what was so mesmerizing, you know? I mean, they paid such attention to detail. It wasn't just hearing your favorite hits. It was like the way they moved across the stage, what they were wearing, just trying to pay attention to all the detail. Oh, there's fringe on the edges of the sleeve. Oh, the way John holds his bass. It's just everything. There's so much to take in at a Duran Duran show. This is a very cool example of how the same article is printed in 2 different languages. This in particular is Italian. Some great shots of the band and Steve Ferroni. And then you have the same article printed in French, I believe. Look at that. That was cool. There are very few countries where Duran Duran did not make an impression. There's a spotlight on Nick, and yeah, you don't see very many shots of him with hair like this. It's very, very blonde. Here he is walking with Julianne. I believe this is from the Flame days, maybe 1986, late 86. Yeah, interesting shot. Oh, Charlene Peterson. Hey, guys. Oh, this is so cool to be here with you. Second hour, still needing a distraction, believe me. Oh, and as I say that, nothing's going to distract you like this. This is is an 87 feature from, I think it might be Eva Express again, Italian magazine. And it's for public eyes, but not just barely. G-rated, but barely. Here's Simon in an outfit that he chose himself. It's getting hot in here, right? Mm-hmm. Caroline Moxie is here. Hello. Good to see you here. Yeah, so I don't know who the woman is. It's definitely not Yasmin, but I'm not one to judge. I don't know the details, so I'm just going to turn the page. Yeah, Jen Walker is like, oh my, Yeah, my thoughts. Okay, this looks like it is maybe Dutch, possibly Finnish. There we go. Good promotional shot of the band with Warren and Sterling Campbell. Music Express. Great magazine. Oh, look at this feature. Oof. Look at this. This, again, was a very bold move in 1989. They went with a look that was, Simon was channeling his inner Michael Hutchence. Nick had his little curtain cut. John was going through a lot right now, I'll say it like that. But it was still Duran Duran, and never stopped loving him. This is a great poster. I was so fortunate to be able to find this myself. This is from the Kentish Town and Country Club in the UK. They before the Big Thing album came out. They were billing themselves as the Crush Brothers because they wanted that objectivity. They didn't just want to put out an album and have everybody instantly write them off. Oh, Duran Duran are back, whatever. They wanted people to really hear the music without labeling them as Duran Duran. So they billed themselves as the Crush Brothers. So this, that poster right there is from this club, one of the clubs on the Caravan tour that they performed at. And it was kind of hiding their identity a little bit, and of course, until people saw them. But yeah, that was a good marketing ploy. This is an Italian newspaper article, a picture from when they performed free in the parking lot of Tower Records in California, in Hollywood. Imagine, it was totally an unannounced concert. Whoever was there, you have my absolute respect. That was an amazing show. So that's a good shot right there. And then we move on to the Midazoland years. We have shots from the video for Electric Barbarella. Love that song. And the photography is by Ellen von Unworth, an amazing fashion photographer. So yes, that's kind of fun. Now, I'm not sure how many people out there know. Every time I think everybody knows about the hidden picture of John Taylor on the Midazoland cover. But every time I think everybody knows, I come up against people who are like, what? So, yeah. I don't know if you're aware of it, but see if you can maybe find the hidden picture of John's face. On the bottom, I'll just tell you it's on the bottom of the Midazoland cover. And you have to turn the cover upside down. With my first book, I reached out to Andrew Day, the artist, and he confirmed that this is actually true. This is what he had done. So yeah, there's a hidden image of John Taylor on the cover of Midazoland. So here we have Simon. It's looking very 1993, Japanese feature. Oh, Sandra Diaz just posted the video for Electric Barbarella on her page. Love it. Cannot get enough of that. Okay, that's a great, very titillating shot, or video. That was like, very marketable though. You know, who wouldn't want a little animated robot sex doll, you know? And, okay, for each member? Nope, I'm not even going to go there. Let's just move on. Okay, we have the Funkos, that's enough. This is a French article on Midazoland. And an Italian article with a great smiling pic of the band April 2000. That's what this is from. And on the other side, we have the band looking like just rock giants. This was at the Personal Fest in Puerto Rico? Puerto Madero. Yes. I want to say Argentina, but I know I'm going to get that wrong, and I'm probably going to hear it from Fabi. Italian article. We're going up to the Red Carpet Massacre years now. That was a whole new venture. Okay, so here is a fun publication from Italy called Retro, and it's looking at all kinds of artists, but we will of course be focusing on Duran Duran. Good shot of Simon on the front. And of course another comparison between Spandau and Duran Duran. Couldn't have seen that coming. And yes, it is possible to have love for both. They are both amazing supergroups with a lot of fantastic achievements under their belts. Here's Tony Hadley versus Simon Le Bon. Okay, so I'm going to end this book with it's a huge visual treat. I don't know how many of you have seen this particular Dutch magazine that came out. It's called James. It came out in winter of, when was this? Might have been 2000, let's not slow things down. Yeah. It was several years ago, and it was an amazing photo spread on Simon. You might want to sit down for this. Unbelievable. Look at that. Feast your eyes on that. He's always done amazing things for automobiles when he poses with them. I mean, just amazing. Suddenly regular cars look smoldering. Motorcycles just take on a whole life of their own when he's sitting on it. Look at, yeah. Unbelievable, right? Unbelievable. Even with a hat like this, he makes it work. He makes it work. Oh, fantastic. This is such a treat to revisit this with you. Standing off in the distance here and just sitting, looking pensive in the car. No matter what he's doing, it's Simon Le Bon. A handsome, beautiful man. It gets better. It gets better. You think that's good? Yeah, wait till you see these. Fantastic. And Jen Walsh is here. Hey, Jen. And Barb is here. Hey, Barb. Really, really good people joining us. Okay, and the last page is, I'm sorry, were you not done with this one? Okay, maybe a little more time. Who doesn't need more time with this? This is a Brazilian feature showing the band from the All You Need Is Now era. This is April 2011. Beautiful. This has felt so terrific. Just like a huge embrace. Love spending time with you guys so much. Thank you so much for joining. And I think next time will be, next distraction will be next Wednesday. You know we're going to need it. So all the anticipation that builds up between now and then, I'm so with you. Until then, huge hugs. Stay safe. Be good to yourselves. Take a breath. Remember to just remember what matters most, and that is your health. And hopefully you can find it within your day to just pamper yourself and have compassion. We're all going through a lot of stuff, and I love you guys. I love you. I love this band. I love you guys. This is to be continued. Enough speaking. Next Wednesday, same Duran channel, same Duran time. Love to you guys, Duranies everywhere. Take care.